Welcome to Understanding Your Grade in Canvas. This video will explain how to use Canvas to understand your standards-based grade at any given point throughout the course.
Your course grade is made up of mastery marks for each learning objective listed in the syllabus. Some sample learning objectives for a course might be L1, solve and graph a linear equation, Q3, use quadratics to solve application problems and explain their meaning and context, E7, write an equation given a verbal description. You will earn mastery marks for each learning objective, with multiple opportunities throughout the course to earn additional mastery marks. These may include a quiz, exam, and final exam. To better understand how the grading works for this course, watch the video, How to Earn a Grade with Standards-Based Grading.
Each learning objective will have its own mastery marks of M, R, P, or X based on the course grading rubric. Here is a sample rubric to give you an idea of the course expectations. The official rubric for the course will be listed in the syllabus. In this example rubric, M represents mastered, R stands for revise for mastery, P means progressing, and X indicates no evidence. To master each learning objective, you will need to earn a specific number of M's. The syllabus will list the required number of M's for each objective.
First, let's talk about how you see your grades in Canvas. Start by signing into Canvas, then use the dashboard to open your course. Once inside the course, find the blue links on the left column of the screen, and then click Grades.
In the gradebook, you will have an Assignments tab and a Learning Mastery tab to choose from. On the Assignments tab, you will see a list of your assignments that you could earn marks on. Each assignment has a title that is a blue hyperlink to open the graded assignment. The score for each assignment will be a 0 since you are not using points in this class. To the right of the scores column will be a few icons that you can open and close by clicking on them. The exclamation point icon will open a note that says, "This assignment does not count toward the final grade." This statement exists because you are not using points. However, the marks given will count towards demonstrating mastery for each learning objective. Click on the clipboard icon to the right to see your marks earned on a particular assignment in the gradebook. This will open the marks given for each learning objective assessed on the assignment. This sample student earned an M for learning objective D1 and an R for D2. If your instructor leaves any comments on your graded assignment, a thought bubble icon appears next to the clipboard icon we just used. To read the comments, click on the icon. Remember, on the Assignments tab, you can look at your marks earned on individual assignments. However, to understand your grade in the course, you will need to click on the Learning Masteries tab.
The Learning Mastery tab will show the name of the course and the number of learning objectives you have currently mastered. This number of mastered learning objectives is what determines your overall course grade. By clicking on the arrow next to the course name, the list of learning objectives will drop down. The right column of the drop-down list indicates whether or not each learning objective has been mastered. The left column shows the list of learning objectives and the number of current alignments. The number of alignments represents how many graded assignments have assessed that learning objective. By clicking on the arrow next to a specific learning objective, you can see your marks for the given assessments. Your marks for each objective will be listed from newest to oldest from the top down. See the syllabus to know the number of required marks for each learning objective. This list of objectives on the Learning Mastery tab should help you know what learning objectives you still need to master to earn your desired grade. Remember that the total number of learning objectives you demonstrate mastery of will determine your final course grade. This example course has 19 learning objectives.
The course grade is determined by the number of mastered learning objectives. For example, with 19 learning objectives, to earn an A, at least 17 learning objectives must be mastered. Mastering 15 or 16 learning objectives earns a B, mastering 13 or 14 earns a C, and 11 or 12 earns a D. If you master fewer than 11, you will earn an F. This is just an example. See your syllabus for the actual grading scale. If you have any questions or concerns about using the Canvas gradebook to understand your grade, make sure to ask. Your instructor will always be willing to answer any questions you have about the grading system.